Okay. Let's just maybe get something good. Maybe get something Monster Rancher Advance 2. That's pretty decent. Okay, so the Monster Rancher series, kind of famous for its PS1 game that made use of any kind of CD at all to create creatures. And then the series went on past that and didn't really garner as much fame as that initial outing. It pretty much became another in the many collect a lot of different monster types kinda sorta games, since there are so many out there. Chairman Marduk of Agima will be here shortly. Congratulations! I know things might get tough sometimes, but work hard and raise some good monsters. Interesting that she didn't introduce herself. I thought that was an extremely Japanese thing to, you know, be proper and polite and introduce yourself first. So we have Agima and Fimba. Are we ever going to find out what these stand for, or... So, she works below me, but she is my senior. Something wrong with that situation. Okay, guess that makes an explanation of sorts. Okay, so let's see what we end up with. Yes, who is it? Nice to meet you, I'm Holly, an assistant, and this is a new rancher, Fernan. Pleasure's mine, I'm Bullseye, the supervisor of the Age Shrine. Okay, so we inscribe words, and also... reminds me a lot of an SNES game, The Treasure of the Rudra, in which you could make spells by inputting words. So, now we can only use a four-letter word. So, what word should we go with? What word will make a good monster? And I could indeed go with that. Or even that. Why not? Frostface. I will now regenerate your monster. Through the magic of Frostface, we get... Crab Monster. Arrowhead. This monster is too big to fit in our barn. Let's pick a different one. Aww. Sadness. Okay, so... what shall we try then? We shall try... crab. That's a good idea, I should have gone with that. Let's see what we end up with. Momo. Sort of a bear-ish monster. We go from Frost to Arklon. I'll keep that, but try another tablet and just see what Lexi ends up with. I will now regenerate Lexi. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's disappointing as hell. The kid? I wouldn't really consider that as a kid. But we now have Arklon the Momo. So I'm not sure what else to describe that as other than bear-like. We wouldn't be able to put Ginger in since... well, not yet anyway, since it's only a 4-letter limitation. I guess we're heading off to Agima. Okay, so then... smash up, blow, flip, riddle, evade, tow, all sorts of trainings, good lord. Maybe we can start off with the sandbag training. 2-year training. Okay. That's interesting. How about life up and power up? That sounds good. Just assign all the contracts and get it trained up in these 2 years. Acceleration, defense and power, that sounds good. Speed is going to go way down, but oh well. Power and accuracy, intelligence and life and defense. And I think that's all the trainings. Yep, that's all the trainings we can do. Now let's see what we can... oop, didn't mean to go there. So, we're in first year, first week of April. And now I'm not entirely certain... So then, don't know exactly what to do at the moment. I'm sure there is an FAQ though, and I'm sure this game is rather, you know, extremely lengthy, with training and ranching, and I'm sure there's some form of battles, sparring and battles. Why not? Let's do some sparring. Sure, why not? Technic. Thanks. Let's try power. Still hard? Okay, we'll just go with the power one, even though it will be hard to learn a new move. Don't really mind that overly much, but it helps if I hit the correct option there. So then, is it automatic battles? No, it is not. Wow, that's freaking painful. And my guy has been annihilated. We got a little bit out of that at least. What should we feed it this month? That seems a little bit cruel. That's, you know... I'm sure Arklon would go for this. Oh, hey Sylphie. Indeed, this is Monster Rancher Advance 2. And I was wondering why there was no food option here on the menu, but I guess now that explains that. So we have other characters who I'm sure will be important in some such way. Sure. Okay, sure, why not? Maybe I should have actually listened to the tutorial for it. Somehow my guy has gotten better at dodging. Still don't know how to activate my attacks. Don't know what's up with the question marks either. About to run out of time in this match though, so doesn't seem to matter overly much. That was great. Well then. Yeah, I can't really say I can really get behind a menu-based monster fighting game. that will not be a thing that we do here. See what's going on at the square. No. No. That's not a thing. Dang it. Hate it when you accidentally press the button one too many times and have to go through the entire thing again. Well, I'm not really seeing much else to do other than... Sure. Well, but... shove. So I guess we did shove for an entire week. Now again, I gotta say, menu-based gameplay, where you're not really playing a game, this does not seem like a... It has its merits, but... I just don't know. Sure. Yeah, you can rest again, why not? So it's the official championship, and we are just barely beginning training. Doesn't really seem like, you know, a good place to be starting off. Why not? Oh, that's a shrine. Not what I meant to click, but I wasn't really paying attention. What the heck is the Explorer? So, I guess the question becomes, where the heck do we go in order to, you know, get to this championship? That's not what I meant. If I had ever save stated, I would have, well, beyond that very first one where we got Arklon. Try battles and see. So that's what that was about. We'll give it orders even though it's not likely to follow them. And it looks like it's the same kind of thing as that Mashimaro, whatever it was. Well, we only have the one attack learned so far, so all we can really do is just tail whip at this point and hope for the best. Although we're kind of using up all of our points here. And I notice now that we have a G value, which seems to only be doing stuff at that point. Oh, come on, one more hit. Do this freaking tail attack, come on! And we lost. If we had managed a tail attack there, might have won, but... Yep. So that's our first loss. And of course some other computer player gets to, you know, have that crab creature this early on, even though we can't. And does any other kind of creature exist? I guess that G score is our guts score. The heck was that? Yeah, I have no idea exactly the intricacies of this battle system. I don't know why things happen the way they do, really. But at least we got a critical hit in, that was kinda cool. And there's time up and we lose miserably. At least we get all our health back for each new battle. And then I guess for these next two we won't oh god. For the next two after this, we won't bother actually, you know, giving orders. We'll just watch and see what happens. Just retreat back and wait a while. So I'm not certain if the game expects you to have in this first, what was it, like a month and a half? Maybe 2 months? Actually be prepared for this battle. Okay, so we'll see which one we get matched up with for the last two. No, we'll just leave him on his own and see just what the heck happens. He gets stabbed. Oh no, he dodged it. Interesting they didn't have some sort of claw attack name for that. Instead it's just stab. Now, how does that work out? I thought the question mark thing was the loyalty thing, him not being willing to follow my commands. When he's giving himself commands, how does that work out? Like, what sense does that make? Well, we have a tie, even though he's at lower health due to having more health. Awesome! Well then, at least we are not walking away, you know, in last place. Let's let him go on his own again and just finish out this little tournament. Well, we're almost exactly evenly matched in health, so... She, however, has long-range attacks, whereas we have no such thing. And being a flying type thing, I'm gonna assume that she has rather high dodge skills. So odds of winning this battle are now slim to none. At least we won't outright lose, it'll just go to a judge's decision. That came incredibly close to outright losing. Shouldn't have said anything. Okay, so Marco wins the tournament. We get next to last place. I am good with that. +1! Awesome. No, there will be no further tries. We are not going to be... we're done with this now. There should be... You get no food this month, Arklon. Well... oh god, there is an option. No. You get dessert this month. Here we go. Okay, so this has been Monster Rancher Advance 2. Pretty good for this kind of menu system, but this kind of menu system just is not really compelling me to spend a lot of time here.